everyone, welcome to 30 minutes of rowing, which actually I believe is going to be a little closer to 45. I did this workout last week, and the sound quality on the video was not good, so I'm redoing it today, but I'm pretty sure that video was going to end up being close to 45 minutes, so we'll just see where we end up, 30 to 45. By the time you're watching this, you'll know how long it is because it will be time-stamped. Anyway, I'm back. I'm not 100% yet. I've still got my wrist brace on. But, you know, as a true testament to rowing, I'm able to still row because I don't have to use my hands that much, right? Hands are not what rowing's about. It's about the back muscles, the leg muscles, the core muscles. The hands are really light, so I'm able to still do that, and that's a pretty big deal, I think. So anyway, we are going to be doing longer rowing chunks here because sprinting is probably a little too hard for me. You do have to kind of grab on a little harder when you row it, sprinting. So we're going to go longer. We're going to work in 5-minute and 7-minute sections and do some core in between. Our number one focus today is going to be that split time. So we're going to just work with that and see what we can do, and also kind of talk a bit about how to row for longer periods of time, techniques that you can use to help yourself get through those, because I know it can get a little challenging. So first things first, let's strap in, get warmed up. It's a little chilly this morning, so I'm going to keep my hoodie on a little bit longer, and we'll just get nice and warm, and then we'll get rolling into this workout. So go ahead and strap in and we will get started. So the first thing that I am for sure focusing on is that light grip. I need to keep my hands really light. I can't yet squeeze things with my right hand. So that is my first focus today, which means I'm also focusing on the power in the leg. Letting the legs drive my stroke. Focus on the warm-up: legs, core, arms, core, legs. Keeping it nice and smooth. 1 count to the back, 2 counts in. Surgery, and so I'm just now kind of getting back into it. I've been back in for about a week. I've only rowed 1 time, so this might be a little rough, but you gotta start somewhere, right? Alright, we're gonna warm up here about 30 more seconds. Keep it nice and light. Back. Take a quick stretch here. And then I want you to set your rower to 5 minutes. So let's go ahead and do that. And I want you to take a couple seconds here to kind of think what that means. 5 minutes is not a short amount of time. It's not going to be a sprint. It's not crazy long either. You've done longer. But your goal is to find a split time within about the first 45 seconds, minute max. Find a split time that you feel like you can hang on to for all 5 minutes. So in other words, I don't want you to, do 2 minutes and then be like, oh, I pushed too hard, I need to ease up, and then your split time goes up, or vice versa. You decide you can push harder and your split time goes down, or it goes all over the place. I want you to find one, and I want you to stick with it. So let's go ahead and hit that center button, and turn the music up just a little. Pick up the handle and let's go right here. Alright, so I am not concerned at all with your stroke rate. Okay, I obviously don't want you all over the board with it, but that's not our focus. Our focus is that split time. So as you settle in here, I want you to take a look at the split. Get it to where you want it, where you think you can hang for 5 minutes. Whatever that might be. I want you to have that the next 15 seconds. And then I want you to commit to staying to it. I want you to vary that number. 1 second either way, high or low. Just pretty much as much variation as I want you to have. Maybe 2 seconds each way. But that's a pretty big shift. 4 seconds total, where you can be kind of bouncing around. And then once you kind of found that split, I want you just to eyeball it once in a while. Don't feel like you have to stare at it. And I want you to adjust your focus to the stroke itself, to the pressure out, drive to the back. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Keep the hands light. Remember also that idea about lacing your abs together. Squeeze them in toward each other the whole time. 2 minutes in, take a look at your split time, make sure it's where you want it. Keep it there. Good job. Stay consistent. That's what we're looking at. Consistency, power, control, and form. Those are your focal points today. They really are every day, right? 90 seconds. No big deal. You got it. Drive it back. Power out. All right, 45 seconds. Stay here. We might have 45 seconds without music. I'm not sure where it went. Come on. Hold that split. Come on, 20 seconds, stay consistent. And done. All right, take a little stretch here. Let me get our music back on. Not sure what happened. All right. Let's get some stretches here. Do what feels good. Undo those foot stretchers. Take a quick figure 4, and then we'll do some core. We're going to do it facing backwards on the rower. Other side. All right, turn around. You can slide that feet all the way to the front, and actually grab on to that base, that footboard, or if you want to, you can do down here, you can do the floor, whatever works for you. Bring both legs to the side of the track, and we're just gonna lift them up and over. So up and over, up and over. Hold the abs in tight, lace them together. Control. Up, up. No rush here. If you're sliding around too much, get all the way to the back, or the front, I guess. Exhale, lift up, inhale down. Four more sets. Here's 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Great job. Go ahead, turn around. All right, we are resetting again to 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Remember your split time that you are hanging on to for those 5 minutes. You are now going to hang on to for 7 minutes. So here's the way that's going to work. Within the first 30 seconds, you should be able to hit that split time, whatever it was, and then you're going to hang on to it for 7 minutes. We're going to talk about long distance rowing. 7 minutes isn't even that long. It's not even going to get you to 2,000 meters, but we're going to kind of talk about that anyway. And again, I don't want that split time to move much, okay? With a 7-minute row, you're more likely to have the split time start to creep up as you get more and more tired, as your legs start to talk to you more, as your brain starts to talk you out of stuff. So just be aware of that. Keep that split right where you want it. Let me just make sure our music's going to play continuously. Not sure why it didn't. All right, we'll see. Hit the center button. 7 minutes. Pick up that handle, find your split time. Let's go. And you should find it pretty quick. It's kind of muscle memory at its most simplest form. You know, just going back to what you were just doing, basically. So find that split. I'm already at mine. Settle in. I said earlier, I don't care what your stroke rate is, and that's true. You may find during this 7 minutes that your stroke rate changes in an effort to keep your split time where it is. So you may have to speed up on that stroke if your power starts to decline. It's fine with me. Our focus is split. Ideally, you would also be able to keep your stroke rate the same. But I'm not going to hold you to that one today. All right, we're a minute in, and we should definitely be at that split time now. All right, so let's talk a little bit about rowing for long periods of time. How do you get through it? Because it's a very mental thing. It's a very repetitive sport. It's a very repetitive action. And when that happens, when you're in that kind of activity, your brain tends to get distracted, starts to wander, starts to feel bored. So you have to give it a focal point. Otherwise, it begins to create stories about how tired you are, can't keep pushing this hard. When in reality you can. That's just a story. So we need to give our brains a different story to focus on. And maybe that's just you figuring out what you still need to do for Christmas, right? Maybe that's what works for you today. Is to just completely zone out. Detach from the rower. Sometimes that works. Sometimes that's what I have to do. Sometimes I have to watch TV. But then you get too distracted, too detached. You're gonna start to have that split time go on. So make sure you're always checking the split time. Alright? Another thing to do, if you don't feel like getting detached, is to create a story around rowing. A story that works for you. Maybe you're on a team, you're on a crew, maybe you're out on the water alone, but you're rowing, you're moving this boat. Every stroke moves the boat. Power, smooth, you're gliding across the water. So maybe that works for you. And again, don't get so into your story that you lose your split time. Something else I sometimes have to do is just good old self-talk. As my brain starts to say, hey, I'm bored, hey, I'm tired, hey, you're weak, I literally have to say, no, wrong, I'm strong, I can keep doing this for 3.5 more minutes, I don't care if you're bored, and then we come back full circle, because now it's like, okay, if you're bored, find something to focus on. Alright, maybe it's your Christmas list, maybe it's a story, maybe it's focusing in on one body part. I'm definitely hyper aware of my right arm today. I'm really aware of how my fingers feel, how my wrist feels. And that's kind of helping me get through. Also, guess what? Talking to you helps me get through. So you can talk back to me. I won't hear you, but maybe it helps you. How's that split looking? You've got 2.5 to go. Come on, you can do that. You can hang on to that. 2.5 right here. I said it a little early. How's your breath? How's your breathing? Think about power to the back. Move that boat. Reset to the front. Do it again. Drive. Drive. Engage those quads. Squeeze at the back. Squeeze. Excellent job, guys. Breathe. Take a little stretch. Maybe get some water. And then we're going to talk about what's next. We'll do some core, for sure. I'm going to undo my foot stretchers, and you will need them undone for our core again. All right. All right, so this time we're going to do a seated bicycle. So what I want you to do is just rest your feet on the foot stretchers and lean back. So once you lean back, I want you to, or even before you lean back, really knit those abs together. Lean back, keep them there, keep them knitted together. And then we're going to go just bicycle right here. Keep one foot on the footboard at all times. So it looks like this. Up, up, up. Chest is lifted. Back is long, and I'm trying to bring knee to elbow. Maybe that's not happening for you. That's okay. Exhale, inhale. Every time you exhale, you should be squeezing through that core, squeezing those abs. Twist, 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 twist. Here's 4. Here's 3. Here's 2. Last time. Hold center. Hold 8. 7, lift your chest. 6. 5, lace it together. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. I'm going to hook my feet in so I can take a stretch all the way back. And then we are resetting to 5 minutes. So, if you met your goal this time, and you held your split from 5 minutes to 7 minutes and nothing went awry, then your new goal is to drop the split, okay? So your new goal is to push a little harder in that 5 minutes, knowing that you're gonna have to hold that same split for 7 minutes, okay? If you weren't able to do it, if you found that when you moved to 7 minutes, your split time started to creep up, then your goal is to just try again this time to make it happen. So your goal, either way, is to get a split for your 5 minutes and to hang on to it for 7. If you need to do the same split time that you just did, do it. If you need to have a slightly higher one because you couldn't quite hang on to it at 7 minutes, do that. And then if you can push yourself and push it down a little bit lower and have a lower split this round, let's do that. So 5 minutes, let's reset. Hit the center button. Music turned back up. All right. Hit that center button. And let's go. So again, you've got about 45 seconds, minute max, to find your split, your new split, or your old split, depending on what you're working on this round. I would love to see your new split be about 5 seconds less than it was. That might be a bit of a goal, a bit of a stretch. So maybe do 2 seconds lower. Come on with that, that's great. And then we just settle in for 5 minutes. So 5 minutes is something I don't really consider to be long distance. Like I said, you're not even going to make it to 2,000, you'll make it to 1,000 meters in 5 minutes most likely, depending on what your split is. So it's long, it's not a sprint, but it doesn't take quite the mental mental strength that something 7 minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes does. I've heard it said 1,000 times that strength builds mental strength. And I do think that's true. I think that in order to build physical strength, you have to push yourself through barriers that you set for yourself. So it's very mental. So as you're doing that, building physical strength, you're also building mental strength. You're playing that mental game. So think about that. Think about the power you're giving yourself to get through things, to push through anything you can't, right? We're all going to have times like that. Use those legs. I'm really trying to rely on my legs so that I'm not pulling with my arms until the very end. My fingers are hanging on so the bar comes with us, me, but I'm not actively pulling till the very end when that bar is light, when there's not a whole lot of resistance on the blade. Not worried about your stroke rate. You're starting to feel like your split time's creeping up. Try adding a stroke or two. Pick up your pace that way. Or even better, drive back harder. Rowing. She had tried rowing and said when she did it the way that I told her, she didn't feel like she was working very hard. But she felt like she was working really hard when she let her arms pull instead of her legs push. And that just reminded me about the beauty of rowing. So there are a few other forms of exercise that work as many muscles as rowing does. Running is one, cross-country skiing is one, swimming is one. But with each of those other three exercises, the perceived level of exertion, how hard you feel like you're working, is way higher, way higher. So it makes for a more unpleasant workout, right? In the moment, you're going to feel a lot more tired. But if you're rowing correctly, your perceived level of exertion is much lower. You don't feel like you're working as hard, but you're still getting all the benefits. Still working 85% of the muscles in your body. And yeah, of course, you're going to feel like you're working a lot harder if you're letting your tiny arm muscles pull a lot. It's going to wear you out. You're not going to be able to keep going. You want to be efficient in that stroke. Whew, breathe. All right, guys. Let's take a stretch, do some core. We've got one more round. One more round. Strap back in if you unstrapped. We're going to come back. Again, lace those abs together. Keep them laced as you lean back. Lift the chest, arms up. Let's just open and close. Inhale down. Exhale up. Relax your legs. Don't completely lock them out, but don't let them move. If you need to bend them a little bit more, you can, but don't let them rock with you like this. Okay, see how my knees are moving? I want you to keep them stable, stationary. Inhale, exhale. Here's your 4 and 3. Lace those abs together. 2 more. 2. Last time each side. And 1. And stretch it out. All right, guys, last time. Last time. Go ahead and roll up. Set it to 7 minutes. 7 minutes again. All right. You've got this. So the same split time that you just held on to for 5 minutes, whether it was the same from the last round, lower, higher, whatever it was, I want you to get to it again. You've got 30 seconds to find that split time. And we'll do some of our techniques, right? We'll talk ourselves through it. We'll hang on to our power, our drive, our consistency. Hit your center button. Let's go. Find that split. All right, I'm at mine. Again, muscle memory. This is sort of a short-term muscle memory, right? Just remembering from 2 minutes ago what it felt like. But it is a real thing. And muscle memory long-term is a real thing too. You know, like I said, I took 2 solid weeks off. 14 days. No exercise. Definitely no rowing. Actually, it was probably longer than that before I got on the rower. 16 days maybe. And this is ingrained in my brain. It's like riding a bicycle, right? Maybe I get on and it's a little choppy, a little stiff, but I settle in pretty quick. Back to my form. Back to my stroke. Alright guys, right now, get a picture being on that water. Driving to the back. Moving the boat, each stroke. Gliding across the water. Don't zone out completely. Check in. We talked about it briefly at the end of our last 7 minutes. That idea of engaging the quads right there. The back bend stroke. Squeeze. Like you're trying to slide your kneecaps up your thigh. Squeeze. Remember to reach out over that top back. Get that full range of motion. Use all those strong muscles to your advantage. By my breath that I am working. I am pushing. It's not my max. Like I said, it's not a sprint. But you know I hate. And you may hate 7 minutes. But I do sprints because you gotta do what you hate. push in to what's hard. So if you're doing 7 minutes against your will today, good job. Good job. Keep going. Keep pushing. Stay consistent. But as we head into the last 2 minutes, if you feel like, you know what, I've got so much more in my tank, I could have pushed a little harder, do it. Bring it home. I don't want your slow time to go up. I'm okay with it going down. Okay? So it's your call. How you want to finish? I'm going to stay right where I am. I'm really kind of pushing that limit for myself today. No right, no wrong. You do you. 2 minutes, guys. If you're picking it up a notch, commit to the full 2 minutes and that lower split. Wherever you are, stay there. Hang on to it. Seconds, guys. Come on. All right, guys, 1 minute. Come on. Let's get there. Let's bring it home. Focus. You have a goal. I just dropped my split a little. My goal is to get done. Come on. Hang on for 30. Right here. Come on. Remember why you started today, right? Remember your goal. Get a solid workout. Get back on the rower. Whatever it was, distract yourself. Whatever it was, stick with it. For 10. All right, guys. Take a stretch. So one way, with these longer rows, pretty much, no matter what, I'm going to be counting those last 90 seconds, right? I'm going to be watching the clock. But I know I pushed myself hard enough if I'm also counting like the last 30, 20, 15, 10. If you saw that 90 seconds and thought, oh, thank goodness, I'm about to be able to stop rowing, and then you just kind of coasted in, probably didn't push yourself hard enough. I want you huffing and puffing right now. I want you needing to take that break to stretch. If you didn't get to that point, was this workout for nothing? Was it a loss? Absolutely not. You were on your rower, you were moving your body, you were working 85% of the muscles in your body, right? Did you reach your goal? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe you have to do it again. Let's row a little bit just to bring down our heart rates. Maybe you come back to this workout in 3 days, in a week. I wouldn't do it tomorrow, but when you come back on a better day, redo it, do it better. This is also a good workout that you can do if you were coming back from injury or illness. And you can just row for 5 minutes, not worrying about pushing yourself to that limit. 5 minutes, take a break. 7 minutes, take a break. Just focusing on getting through the workout. You have to start somewhere when you're coming back. Literally, I cannot hold weights much yet. Put that handle down. So I strapped ankle weights onto my wrists, which isn't a lot of weight. But it was a way for me to get back into doing some resistance work, starting at the bottom, working my way back up. All right, guys, undo those foot stretchers. Let's take those feet wide. Toes turned out. Press the thighs out, away. Feel that opening here in the inner thigh. And then bring your feet in close to the footboard. Grab onto the footboard and just slide that seat back. Kind of rock through the shoulders. Good, let's get a twist. Other side. And then stand up, grab the footboard, legs straight. Scoot the feet back if you need to. Flat back and just allow your chest to kind of hang here. Good. Come forward. One knee into the center of the seat. Other foot hops up by the track. Slide it back. I like to go all the way back to this stopper and then just really sink into that back hip. Let it drop toward the track, toward the floor. If you want to now, slide that seat and grab the foot for a quad stretch. Squeeze the hips, tuck the booty under. You can also do this standing up if you prefer. Good. Other side. Same thing. Slide it back, all the way back. Drop into that back hip. And then slide the seat forward. Grab the foot if you can. Tuck the hips, squeeze the glutes. Release that foot. Have a seat. Bring the hands around behind you. Clasp together. Press down. Lift away if you can. I don't really have that motion, that ability in my wrist to open up very much. If you do, lift it up high. Excellent. Release it, and you did it, guys. Excellent job. Way to do it. I will see you next time.